If you're upgrading beasts without a plan, you are not progressing properly. You're essentially gambling with your beast and ship fragments. So today, we are answering one question the right way. What beast type should you focus on? I will walk you through the key considerations, and along the way, we will cover the basics, such as the damage types, the beast types, and how to effectively pair your beasts. Hello everyone, DM here, and welcome back to the channel. I have been asked this question a bunch of times, and honestly, it is valid because we are constantly getting new players, returning veterans, and people fixing early upgrades. So, this is a quick back on track guide. Practical, easy to follow, and compact. Let's dive in. Quick question. Are you actually treated as one of our Alliance's rally or garrison leads? Because if you are, even just sometimes, then stop overthinking it. You should focus on physical beasts. The reason is super simple. Physical beasts are built for one job: huge bonuses in rallies and garrisons. That is where they turn into monsters. Rally lead, then go for a legendary bull. Garrison lead, then go for a legendary pangolin. If you don't have this awakened yet, then don't worry. Use the elite versions as your temporary stepping stone. In rallies and garrisons, these bad boys can straight up punch above their weight, even when compared to legendary non-physical beasts. But if you are not a rally or garrison lead, you will get way more value from non-physical beasts because they are strictly better in field fights. Alright, before we pick between fire, water, and grass, let's first discuss what the different damage and beast types are. There are three special damage types: crit, combo, and counter, which, by the way, the game actually explains nicely for you. If you want to verify everything that I am about to say, you can go to Beast, click on Attributes here on the right, then tap the little question mark beside Special Attributes. You can read this in your own time to learn about the different damage types. But for now, let's put it in one clean table so it is easy to remember. Here is the cheat sheet. There are three columns for each type that show what triggers it, what it does, and how often it can happen. Crit is the most flexible. It can be triggered by active or leader skills, extra active skill casts from combo or counter, and even follow-up or residual damage. What it does is simple. It gives bonus damage to whatever triggered the crit, based on your crit damage stat. And the big upside, there is no frequency limit. Combo triggers less frequently, but is more explosive. It triggers only from your active or leader skills. And when it does, it immediately uses your active skill one extra time, regardless of cooldown. And that extra cast can get bonus damage from your combo damage. Aside from the big skill damage, it will also apply any secondary effects that the active skill may have. However, it has a hard limit of just once per second. Counter is similar to combo in what it does, but different in how it starts. It is triggered by the enemy's active or leader skills, basically when you are getting hit by those. When counter procs, it also immediately uses your active skill one extra time, regardless of cooldown, and it can gain bonus damage from your counter damage. And the limit is once per second per attacker. So, the more squads are hitting you, the more chances you get to punish them. Now, let's connect those damage types to the four beast types: fire, water, grass, and physical. Fire beasts are usually crit based. Their passives often help against grass, either dealing bonus damage to grass types or reducing damage taken from grass or counter based effects. Meanwhile, water beasts are usually combo based, and also they have corrosion. Corrosion is a status damage that deals damage over time to a single target. Their passives often help against fire, either reducing damage or dealing bonus damage to fire, or mitigation against fire or crit. Next, we have grass types. Grass types are often counter-based, and also usually they have a shield which absorbs damage and helps a lot in keeping the beasts and consequently your squads alive. Their passives often help against water, either bonus damage to water or mitigation against water or combo. Meanwhile, physical beasts reduce damage from all three elemental types. And also they get these big bonuses in rallies and garrisons, as I have shown earlier in the video. They are often built to support two damage types at the same time. For the case of the Hammer Pangolin, it gives bonus to crit and counter, while for the Bull, it has some effects for crit and combo. One more detail, elite or higher beasts have when deployed bonuses. These are minor bonuses that give some minor buffs to the specific squads that are holding the beasts. For example, for fire types, they give bonus to squad skill damage. You can see here it says it increases the skill damage bonus attribute of the squad bringing along this biochemical beast. Okay, so this only takes effect for the beast that is the leader. Okay. For water, it gives bonus to squad basic attack damage. For grass, it gives bonus either to squad counter damage or squad basic attack damage reduction. For physical, it gives bonus to either squad damage reduction for garrisons, or for rallies, it gives a bonus to squad damage. Now that we have covered the different damage and beast types, we can now proceed with recommending the best non-physical beasts to focus on for field battle players. If you are an infantry player, the clean recommendation is to focus on grass. Infantry is built to be targeted, so the counter gets more chances to trigger because it activates when you are being attacked, and it is once per second per attacker. Plus, grass beasts commonly bring shields, which stacks perfectly with the infantry role. You stay alive longer, you keep getting hit, and counter keeps punishing multiple squads. Also, note that shields still absorb damage even after your beast has run out of HP. This reduces the damage that spills over to your squads, thus making them last longer. If you are riders or ranged, your best options are usually water or fire. Ideally, you do not want to be targeted in fights, so counter loses its value. Water's when deployed boost is basic attack damage, which often fits riders' hit and run style and skills that boost basic attack frequency. Meanwhile, fire boosts skill damage, which can feel great for ranged who are usually heavily skill based or AoE driven. Now, for the bigger considerations. Fire is slightly easier to upgrade because it is the default in research and selective research. Also, you can get an extra fire beast, the volcanic rhino, for free weekly from Beast Invasion and the Raider Station Pass. That makes fire the most common beast type for a lot of players. But water counters fire. So, in environments where fire is everywhere, water becomes more valuable. So, if you want the easier upgrade path, go with fire. If your opponents are stacked with strong fire builds, water is the smarter answer. Now, I was originally planning to go deeper on beast pairings, but that deserves its own video. For now, just remember these two rules. Rule number 1. Unless you are spending heavily, do not stress about perfect pairings. You will end up with a mixed roster from events and free fragments. So, use what you get instead of waiting forever for the perfect setup. Rule number 2. Always read your beast's skills, and then match your chips to what those skills actually benefit from. Do not force a chip set that fights the kit. If you do those two things correctly, beasts can have insane energy. When your chip bonuses and your paired beast skill complement each other, you will start seeing those resonating and compounding effects that get stronger and stronger the longer a fight goes. So that's it for the video. I didn't expect it to run this long, but there was a lot to unpack. If this helped you, or if you think it will help someone in your alliance, please share, drop a like, and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!